What's up, guys? Welcome to Winnie's channel. If you are new, please don't forget to click the subscribe button. Also, please kindly comment because it helps me to know, how to improve, and also the content that is actually useful to you guys. And also like, and also if you find any of the content or the post beneficial, don't forget to share it with other people. So today I just want us to have a very important chat, and the topic is what we shouldn't do if ourselves or if someone else is involved in, let's say, a motorcycle crash. So before we even proceed, I want us to watch this video, and we're going to use this video as a baseline for the topic. We want to see what were some of the mistakes that were made in the video, thereby we having a chat to at least educate ourselves, because nobody's perfect. I'm sat here talking, I'm not perfect. I'm just obviously using this platform to spark certain conversations about certain topics. So like I said, I'm educating some people and also other people to you guys to educate me. That's what I said. It's very important, also for you guys, if you watch it and you have any point to raise, also just to share your comment. So like I said, let's just watch the video, then we come back to the conversation.
Oh no! Whoa! Oh! He's up, thank God. Oh God. Dude, are you okay? Sit down. You good?
Hey! You gotta take it! It's a gift from God. Y'all
No, we weren't.
What?
No, we weren't. How are you, brother? Are you okay? We need to call a doctor? We need to call an ambulance? Are you okay? Yeah. You got no front brake. Your bike starts.
Smoking. Let's just get him off the road.
Yeah, we gotta get you before it come, man.
Yeah. You don't want this? You don't want this stuff? It's alright, we'll get it, we'll carry it. Oh. Ready?
I can't really. I'm never gonna get out of here.
Alright, I'll stop him.
Oh, there's a spot. Oh no, not much.
Stop.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get off.
Stop!
Watch out! Babe!
Stop, please stop 1 second, please. Thank you.
Come on, alright, let's
Thank
go.
you.
Come on.
Alright.
Is your bike running?
Are you okay to ride?
Let's go.
Go.
Is he stopped?
He's just waiting for what's his name to get to his bike.
That was crazy. Did you see it?
Okay, so I hope you guys found the time to watch the video. So now that you have seen the video, now let's have the conversation. Like what I was saying, the topic today is what we shouldn't do ourselves if we're involved in let's say an incident like that, a crash, or what we shouldn't do, let's say, if we find another biker involved in such incident. So yeah, let's as we'll be chatting, we'll be going through how do you call it, the video. So as you can see in the video, it was, I believe it might have been, let's say, yeah, like we know that we all sometimes when we are riding, like from the conversation between the person who did the recording and the guy who had the crash, it looks like they don't know each other. Sometimes when if you're a motorcyclist and you're riding and you see another biker, sometimes we all just want to have fun and maybe ride, or sometimes it ends up in maybe in a race. But one thing I would say is you should always know your limit. Like one thing I keep, like sometimes, when I'm riding and I find someone, another biker comes along with yes, I know, fair enough, yeah, it's sometimes nice to ride and together or do certain things, but at the end of the day, I'm riding for myself. I'm in control of the bike, and I also know my capabilities or my abilities or my limit. So if somebody the other biker doing something that I think if I go further is going to compromise my safety, then obviously I'll back up. So like let's go and see. Let's start again. Like you can see yeah, they're all enjoying a race. Then unfortunately, yeah, as you can see. Yeah, so let's go back. Yeah, so as you can see, yeah, it was like, people having, like I said, anyone who, I'm not like criticizing anyone. This is purposely for, we all sometimes have to use someone's mistake to educate ourselves. So this is not criticism, it's constructive, how do you call it, pointing out mistakes that I'm going to apply this when I'm riding, and I believe other people or you who are watching too, you all will take a lesson from it. So I said I'm not criticizing anyone. We're all trying to learn to keep ourselves, because the most important thing is we all want to go out there and ride and enjoy ourselves. We don't. It's not our purpose to go out there putting ourselves in harm's way. Even that can even end up we're losing our life. We got loved ones that we need to go back home to. So like I said, it's about we all learning from this. So as you can see, they were all enjoying like a nice ride, and unfortunately I don't know his kind of experience, but he seems to, I don't know why he went too wide towards the curb, and I think he might have like panic, because it's not like the bike even went, if you can see, the still image here, he probably, he's on a fast bike. And that's one thing about, when many people, if you are on a certain bike, one thing that I always tell myself is like, it's not maybe just one you want to look cool or whatever, but when you've got a certain bike, you have to be able to control the bike, because someone on the 125, fair enough, they'll make mistakes. The bike might, forgive them. Someone on a 600, you make a mistake, maybe you'll be able to, save yourself a little bit. And maybe someone on a 100cc, when you make a mistake, if you compare, the threshold of all this, the 125, the 600, and the 1000, then there are, certain limits that you can correct yourself. So like this, I think he might have like panicked and push the front brake, because you can see it's like almost like a stoppy, as you can see, that was that. See? So it was like, yeah, let's see again. Yeah. So it's almost like a, yeah. So as we can see, it was like a stoppy. He went wide, and I think he panicked. Then obviously trying to squeeze the front brake a little bit and applying the back brake. But when we panic, and I said that's why we always have to have a plan B when you're riding. Know your limit, and the bike that you're on, they are loyal companions, but it's just a mere machine. They have no loyalty, so when something happens, man, unless you are in deep control, then stuff like this will happen. So yeah, as you can see, that was like a stoppy, and yeah, and we know what will happen. That flipped him over, and this is where I'm very kind of like very, yeah. Anyway, let's play, then we come to it. So we can see how, you see the curvature of his spine. He went with his head first, and it's now almost like it's like a contortionist. His spine, his curvature of the spine flipped him over, and luckily he was lucky that the bike didn't even actually land on him and mash him up. Otherwise that would have been like, he would be like being ended straight away. So also saying that is one thing that I keep banging on about. Like, fortunately for me, I live in a country, United Kingdom here. It is mandatory. It's an obligation to ride with a helmet on. But some countries, most countries, or maybe even in some countries, some part of the states, it's not, how do you call it, mandatory. That's where the question also comes: do you protect yourself? Like, if let's put this in a two-way scenario, just imagine if this guy wasn't wearing the helmet. Listen, he would have been like his head would have like squash, all the brain will probably be, on the road. We know that. When you watch the video, he came out, without anything. I will not say we can't see what is internal, but outside he looked fine. But it could have been in a different way. If he wasn't wearing a helmet, probably his head, smash up and all over the road, and that would have also been a completely different situation. So we should please, like I said, it's very important if you live in a place where it's not mandatory to especially helmet wear. Please, I said, yes, sometimes people might say, oh, it's too hot, the weather, or I just want to be cool, or what I'm saying. Yes, please, at least just find something. There are so many protective gears that will still make you look cool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so please, like I said, it's not about thinking about ourselves. We should think about our loved ones, the ones that who will be suffering or grieving if certain things happen like that, and we don't come out of it. So like I said, please, protective gear, let's protect ourselves. Your head, wear gloves, boots, good jeans. If you go jeans with like other protection in it, let's protect our spine. So like I said, yeah, let's continue. So as we can see, yeah, the incident happened. Then fast forwarding, this is where my also problems comes, like the main topic that I want us to discuss today. So we can see, yeah, fair enough, the how do you call it, the unpredictable has happened, a biker down. And when someone is involved in a situation, you get all the your adrenal glands start pumping all the the adrenaline in you. So I work in the hospital. I'm a radiographer, and I've seen people come into the hospital with different injuries, and they are still doing certain things. The adrenaline makes you do crazy stuff, even though you probably be injured, like had an amputated leg or whatever, and people still trying to run. You know what I'm saying? So this is where the situation, if you are the other person who like witnessed someone being involved in a crash, like that's where I said I want us to talk about, like, so as you can see, yes, they have seen this guy crash. Now let's see what they're going to do. So he is going to turn around the bike facing the oncoming traffic. Like it says going, and you can see, yeah, the most of the vehicles or the cars, they've not stopped, they're still coming. So he's still riding, facing all those. I know that, yeah, he's panicking and worried for the biker, and yes, it's now time to stop. So looking at this part of the video, please, when something happens, most often we want to help, but there is a saying that you have to look after yourself first. Don't compromise your safety. It is your safety first before anybody else. So like this part of the video, like I said, it's not a criticism, it's just a constructive analysis of the video, how safety was compromised. He should have probably left the bike where on the hard shoulder, or that that hard pavement where he parked Fred before he turned. He should have left the bike there and maybe run and come to this spot. There is no need for turning around, also putting yourself in harm's way, obviously trying to come and save someone. And if you're not lucky, it's not one but now two incidents. Maybe, yeah, the biker, you can see he's up now, but for you never know. Then you get run over by a car, and if you're not careful, you'll be dead. The person that you're trying to go and save, he's up, and then you end up dead. And you can, as you can see, all the cars and all, even the trucks and all the other vehicles, they've not stopped, they're still moving. So in such situation, please, when there's an incident, find a safe haven, find a safer place to park the bike, and then also take precautionary measures. If you think it's too risky for you to go there, then like that's why we go our phones, and we go all the emergency services, call the police or call the ambulance. The police, they can come and block the roads and obviously manage the traffic safely. So like I said, if it's in a situation that you can manage it safely, let's manage it in the right way. Park the bike somewhere, then being on the foot, run in a safe manner and go there. So like I said, that's one mistake, trying to ride towards all the other vehicles before the vehicles come in. So now we can see, fair enough, to go there safely, running to where the
Dude,
bike
are you okay? Sit down. You good?
And also, this is another point that I want us to talk about. Like I said, when someone is involved in, an incident, normally, your adrenaline will be kicking in and you'll be doing crazy stuff. Yes, this guy, for all we know, he's up. He might be walking and we think he's okay, but he's never okay. Like I said, adrenaline make people do crazy stuff. So in such a situation, in every motor crash, until a person has been taken to, the accident and emergency, they've had scans. I said, I'm a radiologist, a radiographer. I scan people, CT scan, MRI scan. When a person comes into the hospital, obviously they've got their in blocks, because you can never predict, the injury that they've sustained to, maybe the spine, which can then affect the spinal cord and most people become paralyzed for life. So the emergency, the paramedics, they will do or immobilize the patient safely. The patient will come to the hospital, we do scans until an all clear is given. The patient is not moving. So like in this instance, we can see that their main focus is about the bike. They should be focusing on that rider, who fell. You shouldn't let the person even stand. Yes, there's a safe. Let's go back here. We can see.
No, we weren't.
Yeah, you can see that. You see here, there's quite a bigger pavement here away from all the oncoming vehicles. So, and as we can see that biker, standing there. First thing I said, in such instance, you call the emergency services. The most important thing, we call the emergency services. You call the police. They have to come, because this is a highway. All the other oncoming vehicles, somebody might be speeding and will most often will come and run over, people who are trying to help. So the most important thing, you call emergency services, the police. They will come, manage the traffic, and then the paramedics also will come, then obviously deal with the patient. But until then, this patient or the rider, he should not be up on his feet. You lie him on the ground. Like I said, there's a lot of safety here. You lie him on the ground. At least there's a lot of couple people there. Someone, fair enough, maybe standing a little bit like where he is standing and trying to direct the traffic until whether the police comes and also other emergency services personnel turn up. So you lie the patient on the floor with the head immobilized. You use your two hands and hold the helmet and reassure reassure the rider. You don't let them move, because there are so many instances, people have sustained injuries, they'll be moving, or people have tried helping them, and that's the main reason why we are talking about this. Sometimes we think we are helping, but not knowing that we are actually, causing more harm than good. For all you know, the way he kind of like, when he fell from the bike, the way his spine, kind of like curved, I strongly know that this guy has sustained some spinal problem. But I said, because he's up, people think, oh, he's fine. He's not fine, So this person should be lying flat, not moving, to just, minimize any further damages in case if he has sustained, like, let's say, how do you call it, a vertebral fracture, which might compress onto the spinal cord and maybe give him he ending up with paralysis. So please, if we find someone in a certain situation, like I said, we call the emergency services, the police. They should come and deal with managing the traffic. Please lie the patient down or the rider down. Don't take the helmet off and just mobilize, with your two hands. Just hold the helmet and reassure the person, keep talking to them, reassuring them. And like I said, also, we're looking after ourselves unless the person is in an imminent danger. Let's say if there was like a fireball or something, then fair enough. It would be wise to move the rider or the casualty from that area. But unless that, please, we lie them there with their spine, straight and the head immobilized to, prevent any further injuries to maybe the injuries that they've already sustained, but we cannot see with our naked eyes, So that's also one thing. Now let's go on. Like I said, you cannot
Dude, are
see.
you okay? Sit down. You good?
He's solely concerned about the bike, and I understand that. We all do that. If you're a biker and you fall off your bike, the first thing that normally we think about is our bike. We don't even care about ourselves, Like I said, that's how the adrenaline does to people. You become confused, So we, as the other riders, we are the one that we should think for this person. We should be the person who takes we should have the duty of care, for this rider. So like I said, yeah, the bike, fair enough, our lives is far more, a billion zillion more precious than the bike. Please forget the bike and we have to concentrate, on the rider. Like I said, the mistake made here, it's all about the bike.
No, we weren't. No, we weren't.
Like I said, you can also still see all oncoming vehicles. Nobody probably have called any emergency, services. It's just like they are trying to manage. And look at the rider, he's still walking, And they are also putting themselves in danger. Look at, he's still there, and look at what he's going to say here.
How are you, brother? Are you okay? We need to call a doctor? We need to call an ambulance?
In this situation, that's another mistake. You should not be asking someone who has been involved in such incident. We need to call a doctor. Man, this man is confused and he doesn't even, for all he's got like a concussed brain. Do you know what concussion does to your brain? So that, like I said, if we see someone in certain situation, we should take pragmatic approaches. You put that person in a safe area, immobilize, his spine, his head. Then we call for the paramedics. We call for the police for them to also come and manage, thereby also keeping us and the casualty, safe.
Are you okay?
And like I said, look at here, and also another area that is like a very concern is he's still not even like focusing on the rider. It's all about the bike. Listen, the bike is already trash. is trash. He's only just concerned about the bike. And look, all you know, right? This guy, he is. I mean, he's got like a fractured vertebra, which is
You got no front brake.
tackling, the spinal cord, a ticking time bomb, and when it compresses onto the spinal cord, then boom, people, gets paralyzed. Probably for he's got a ruptured rib, which is how do you call it? Sorry for the, I can't even say the word, protruding through the lungs, and now he's suffering from like hemothorax. That's why people die unnecessarily, because sometimes we think that we are helping. That's why the main reason for this conversation, please, let's always think about the important thing first before, like checking the bikes, and all that. Like here, I said, they're still not even concentrating on the rider.
Your bike starts.
It's all about the bikes. Yeah, this guy, for bleeding in how do you call it, in intracranial bleed, the bike is nothing. Once he's dead, what is the essence of the bike? A dead person or a bike that still starts?
Smoking. Let's just get him off
Like I
the
said,
road.
yeah, they're still
Yeah, we
checking the
gotta
bikes.
get you before come, man.
Nobody is even concentrating on him.
You don't want this? You don't want this stuff?
And now, hold on, let's go back. Look, guys, look, yo.
You don't want this?
So let's look. Somebody has had this crash, and I know that. Yeah, listen, I know that many times, people, we fall off the bike but this crash, right, wasn't just a normal crash. I mean, I said, this guy shouldn't be back on his bike. Like I said, people, do crazy stuff after being involved in such incidents. We have the duty of care, for preserving their life. So we should not let them put themselves in such situations. So like I said, it's not jump on his bike. And also, this is also another area that also worried me. Now, he too is trying to, because after the incident, when he came back, he's now facing the oncoming vehicles. Nobody has called any emergency service, like the police to come and manage
I'm never gonna
the
get out of
traffic.
here.
So now he is trying to do a U-turn here with all the
there's a
vehicles
spot.
coming.
Oh no, not much.
What could possibly go wrong in such a situation, man?
Yeah, you're gonna have to get off.
Stop!
Watch out!
And now look at she almost was run down by look, man. So many mistakes. Look,
Watch out!
she almost got run down by that red truck. And if you look at that black car coming,
Stop!
that's what I'm saying. With such situation, please, let's not put ourselves in harm's way. You will get killed, and the person, probably, fair enough, his incident looked very dramatic and serious. Maybe he might have a couple of bruises, whatever, and he walk free. Yeah, then you'll be dead, and that, what I'm saying. So please, we should put our thinking caps on when such situation, arrives. Yeah, let's put ourselves, first, and how do you call it? Look after ourselves before we try to help anyone. So like I said, she's now trying to
Come on, all right, let's go.
manage the traffic.
Come on.
And fair enough, nothing bad happened, and still he's parked in the middle of the road, I believe, before the cars come in, and she jumped behind it, and now they're going. And this is another also serious thing. Let's look. Fair enough. I told him when they were coming here, I thought maybe they were moving him here to from where he was to this, which obviously I will not even encourage anyone to move a casualty from where he was to this part of the highway, because anyone can come and run over you. So
Is your bike running?
Are you okay?
and they're still asking him, is your bike riding? Are you okay? He is damn not okay. Oh my word, man. Guys, sorry for getting a bit too cross, but like I said, there's so many mistakes, Please, let's stop doing such mistakes, Let's look after ourselves and, our colleagues or other riders. If I was the guy who was involved in this crash and, people are, I want someone to actually, give me the proper care, not just, what I'm saying. Anyway, let's so continue. So
Let's go.
Go.
and guess what? What happened? Yes.
Is he stopped?
He's just waiting for what's his name to get to his bike.
Yeah, so anyway, that's almost the end of how do you call it, the video. So this guy has been involved in a serious crash. If you looked at the video, the way his spine, and I said, I work in radiology, I scan people on daily basis, and from the way I can know that he has definitely have got some how do you call it, injuries, whether if not some pneumothorax or broken ribs, whatever, has got like a spinal or even a head, probably having like a brain hemorrhage, So this guy shouldn't even be back on his bike. So I don't want to go, on and on and on, guys. Like I said, the most important, things that we have to learn from this video. We all have the duty of care. Even it doesn't have to be a biker. Even if you are riding and you see somebody, an old person, or just even like someone jogging and they fall off, we all have a duty of care as we are human. We should have like humanity. Duty of care for saving people. We should take the right approaches in dealing with incidents like this. In such situation, they didn't call the emergency services. They put themselves in a lot of danger, and also didn't even manage the situation. The biker, nobody even actually spoke to him, asking him, like, checking, what I'm saying, like, for like there's so many injuries this guy has got. Like I said, when you are in the adrenaline rush, you do crazy stuff. Now he's back onto his bike, and they also expect him, they are trying to get him to ride, and then down the line this guy will just collapse on the highway and get run over by a car, and he's gone, man. So guys, I said, please, let's learn from this, all the analysis in this video. Please, when we see someone involved in such incidents, the first thing, no matter how minor we think it is, nothing is minor. You call the emergency services. If we need to call the police for them to come and manage the traffic, let's call them. Let's immobilize the person, the casualty. Like certain situations, when somebody falls, don't get them up. Don't let them say or walk. Let's lie them flat unless they are in imminent danger that we have to move them. Then we will do that. But even after that, we still have to immobilize the head. You never remove the helmet. We never ever remove the helmet of a rider when they're falling off. You hold the helmet, them lying flat, and just immobilize while another person, calls the emergency services, console the person, keep checking them and making sure that they're breathing, and because maybe they are lying flat, making sure that nothing is obstructing the airway. That's where that A, B, C, D, E comes through. You check the airway, make sure that they're breathing. You check their circulation. If their circulation is bad, or if you got some sort of internal bleeding and the blood is not they will start changing color. We should be doing all this, and obviously danger. We are assessing our area, not putting ourselves also in any situation. What I'm saying, and our environment, scanning the environment. That's why I said the need to call the emergency service for them to come. And in such a situation, I mean, it was even miraculous that none other person, nobody came out with any other further, incidents, because the other people, they could have been run over by the cars and all that. So like I said, guys, let's ride safe. For incidents like that, we can never, you can never predict it can happen to anybody. So like I said, this is not telling the guy off, or you're riding, we all enjoy a ride. Yeah, bikes are meant to speed, things happen, but when the incident happen, the way we manage it, that is where the problem lies. So like I said, let's all inculcate this in our brains and other people, and keep this skills with us, and be able to manage situations safely. Like I said, I mean, I will try and do another video that I will go into much more details about cerebral injuries, and also like spinal injuries, how we can manage it if we are involved in such situations. So guys, yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Like I said, sorry for talking too much today, but I mean, it gotta be done. Sometimes we have to shout for people to get certain things. So don't forget to subscribe. Anytime I'll drop also an important video, or even any video entertaining wise. Like I said, some days we got to be funny, some days we got to be serious. So I mean, all of you, ride safely. If you ride, please ride safe. If you're not even a rider, you watch this in certain situation, also try and learn how to deal with, I mean, if there's an incident like that and you're riding, just be a bit compassionate, and just look after other people. We all brothers and sisters, irrespective of race, culture, social background, or whatever. Let's look after each other. And because today it might be somebody's turn, tomorrow it might be my turn, and the following day it might be your turn. Okay, so I'm out, guys.